In 2019, cell phones caused 13% of all fatal distraction-affected crashes. Although that doesn't sound like a lot, that is 4,692 people dying each year because of someone distracted from using a cellular device. Many studies will favor teenagers being the ones using cell phones behind the wheel. Whether it is texting, using a GPS, or simply changing a song, this causes one's attention to be somewhere other than the road. With how advanced technology is nowadays, phones should come programmed to only have certain apps work if detecting motion past 15 miles per hour. Cell phone use behind the wheel should be limited because it puts other drivers at risk, makes liability more likely for an incident, and it causes accidents that may lead to death. Before even thinking about getting on a phone behind the wheel, consider everyone else on the road and what could happen to them. Not only does one make themselves 23 times more likely to crash, but it also means someone around is 23 times more likely to get hit by a distracted driver because they were not paying attention. Even diverting attention away from the road for a couple of seconds causes someone to be unaware of the changing situations in front of them. Within those couple of seconds, another driver could simply be minding their own business and switch lanes, but they are hit by another driver because they were on their phone and unaware of the situation that occurred. Someone just driving their daily route to work should not have to worry about being hit by a distracted driver, but sadly nowadays they do. It is never known what other drivers are doing behind the wheel, but you can control what you are doing. It would not kill to be off a phone for an hour or even 15 minutes in most cases. So why would someone put themselves and others at risk? Nobody wants to get a text saying a loved one was injured in a car accident. Think about if you got a text saying a loved one you cared about was hurt because of another driver being on their phone. You would instantly become upset with that other driver. Do not be hypocritical. Stay off your phone so you are not the reason a parent has to get a sad phone call during the day. With how expensive insurance and cars are getting to be, nobody wants to have to pay for damages after an accident, especially if you were the one liable for it. Someone who is liable for an accident is in some pretty big trouble. They are responsible for any injuries caused, whether it be someone from their car or another car. The driver who was hit can file a claim with insurance, which causes the person who was at fault to lose more money. Driving comes with huge responsibilities. Not only is the driver responsible for their own safety, but their passengers as well. It is very crucial to keep everyone inside the vehicle safe at all times. Being the reason for an injury to a loved one would be something in your mind for the rest of your life. It is very crucial that when driving, the road is the only thing receiving your attention. Passengers being too loud or noisy can cause a distraction. Most importantly, your cell phone is the most distracting object in a car. Using a cell phone at all behind the wheel increases the chances of crashing. Cell phones have abilities to have voices talk while using GPS and even keep music playing at all times. In that case, phones should almost come programmed so that they are limited to what is allowed while driving. Phones already have a function that detects driving and will disable notifications, but it is too easy to bypass. They should come almost able to fully shut down if it detects a certain speed that it is moving at. Obviously, apps like your GPS and music would continue to work, as well as incoming calls, but social media apps such as Snapchat and Instagram should be disabled while in motion. There is absolutely no need to be on a cell phone while operating a vehicle, so having this function on a phone would totally decrease the amount of accidents each year caused by distracted driving. In 2020, car accidents in the United States took the lives of 42,060 people, just shy of 3,000 more than in 2019. Texting and driving causes an estimated 390,000 injuries each year and is the reason for 1 out of every 4 crashes. Texting and driving will find one 6 times more likely to cause an accident than someone who is drunk driving. As I said before, teenagers are most likely to be on a cell phone behind the wheel. In the United States, 1 out of every 3 teenagers admits to texting and driving at least one time every drive. According to a new study, distracted driving was determined to be the cause of 58% of teen-related crashes. What teens do not realize is the problems occurring when on a cell phone. Teens believe that checking a phone for a couple of seconds will not put anyone in danger. However, the complete opposite is true. If a driver has cruise control on and set to 55 miles per hour, and look at their phone for 5 seconds, they will have traveled the entire length of a football field without even realizing it. Not to mention, adults are a problem in the mix too. AT&T conducted a survey in 2013 in which 98% of the adults surveyed agreed that texting and driving is a dangerous act. However, 49% of them admitted doing it anyways. In the same survey, many of them claimed that texting and driving made them feel more productive. No matter who the person is, whether they're 16 or 70, texting and driving is a huge issue that causes many problems. Even if one claims to be that they are good at texting and driving, it doesn't mean that they should do it. Just because someone has not crashed from it yet does not mean that they will not in the future. That one crash could and will most likely be traumatizing. Texting and driving is a foolish way many Americans are dying each year. In some years, more people are killed from distracted driving accidents than those who are fighting for our country. Distracted driving should not kill as many people as it does. Not only are you putting yourself at risk, but you're being very selfish and putting many lives at risk. People should be able to mind their own business and drive safely, but instead we have many citizens losing their lives each year and every single day because of selfishness. Texting behind the wheel puts innocent drivers at risk, gives someone way more responsibility if they cause an accident, and it causes idiotic crashes that kill many people each year.